Barrett Keller here with Enthusiast Auto Group. We're in EAG Super Secret Warehouse number 2 with a pair of E36 M3 lightweights. 5 of these special cars are coming up for auction in Arizona, no reserve. Many watching this have certainly been aware of this for quite some time. The media has certainly taken no shortages of opportunities to broadcast this out there to the car world and the hobby. These 5 cars coming up are going to be quite interesting to see what they do. EAG is going to be in Arizona for the first time to witness this firsthand. We know quite a lot about these cars, have followed several of them for quite a long time and have a good history file and relationship with them. And so it's going to be important that we're out there. We might bring some of them home for our clients as well. If you are interested in any of those cars, we certainly would be happy to have a conversation with you on the subject. We know a thing or two about these lightweights, having had a good 30 plus of them come through our revolving collection model, our revolving inventory. And these 2 cars represent a good cross-section of what EAG is all about. And knowing that these 5 cars have not had a whole lot of miles put on them here recently, this would be a good opportunity to go through those cars again for the next owners. EAG would be happy to facilitate shipping to our location, go through all of the different workshops and benefit from everything that we've learned over the 20 years, rejuvenating our own inventory to bring them to near new condition for a second time in life. This is certainly why we always buy all of our cars back from our clients when they're done, and that also has provided a really good opportunity to judge our own work and see what is held up and what repair processes have worked best and which ones haven't, and continue to improve and evolve to, getting these cars to new condition for a second time in life. That's very important. The parts for cars like this are not going to be available forever. There's a lot of stuff that's getting rather hard to find, and they're only going to be harder to find those parts in the future. So now is the time, if you want to bring these cars into a condition that's ready and survivable for the next 25 years, just as they have been for the last 25 years, the time is now, and that's the point of sharing this video with all of our fellow enthusiasts. A lot of other customer rejuves have been coming through EAG's workshop. The E34 M5 here just off to the camera right, 6-speed European spec just shipped in from New York, getting ready to go through. And every week we have several more cars arrive, and it doesn't have to be an M car. It just has to be something that you love, something that you feel would be improved going through this process and benefit from everything that we offer. And you're an active participant throughout that project. A lot of photos, a lot of video. You're in charge. We simply provide you with a very detailed list of what we would do to that car to bring that car to market our way. The car would be better if. Answer that question, and that's what we prescribe for that rejuvenation roadmap, as we call it. Quite excited to head out to Scottsdale. We are leaving tomorrow. Probably by the time this video goes on, we're going to be on an airplane or on the ground. We'd certainly love to meet with any of our fellow enthusiasts while we are out there on site. These 2 M3s represent good storylines, especially given that this car was an auction car just a couple years ago in Amelia Island. $145,000 in change, and it's kind of a cool story. I was there for that, as well as the first time I actually had our father, Ernie, attend an event like that with us. Great times, met a lot of great people, a lot of celebrities in the car world, and seeing this car sell across the block was rewarding for the fact that these lightweights haven't been as well received in the collector community over the years up until recent times, and a lot of early adopters like Paul Walker did see an opportunity with these cars, as have we, and knowing that they are special for a lot of reasons, and seeing that car cross the block and do a rather strong number was quite gratifying. Turns out the guy that bought the car was sitting just 3 seats to my left in the middle of this room at Gooding. I mean, there's thousands of people in there, and of all things, here's this guy right next to us that was the high bidder, the winner of the auction. He's signing the sales slip there, and high-fiving his dad sitting next to him, and things die down a little bit, and I lean over and hey, congratulations! Welcome to the M3 Lightweight Owners Club. You're gonna have a blast with the car. And he's like, yeah, I'm super excited. And he looks over at my shirt and are you Eric? I'm like, yeah. He's like, hey, I'm Charles. I bought an M3 Lime Rock from you 6 months ago, a 6-speed, Southern California. This is great. Love the car. Thanks, that was a great car. I'm like, small world. Had no idea he was going to be out there. Had no idea what he looked like. We don't see most of our clients for the first time, where we're selling sight unseen and shipping the cars to them. And long story short, he wanted to rejuvenate this car. There were several things about it. It was a dual purpose car, a bit of track, bit of street, some past paint and body work that wasn't quite done up to his or our standards, some mods that were previously installed and maybe hastily taken off. A lot of room for improvement. We spent about $6 or $7 grand on the paint and body, about that same amount going through on small finishes such as trims and plastics and windshield cowls and seals at the bottoms of the windows, and just a lot of stuff that a lot of people just don't think about, but there's room for improvement, and the car would be better if we did that stuff. And about that same amount again on the mechanical side of things as well, bushings and ball joints and time-based services, fluids, filters, all of that. So not quite 20 grand later, we have a car that is turnkey, ready for the next quarter century, as it has performed, I expect, reliably for the last quarter century, albeit it only has 7,500 miles. Over here to the right is a 75,000 mile car. It's always been a street car. It has never had the GT stuff installed, as it was never opted to have that package when the car was bought new, because it was bought to use on the streets of San Francisco as a regular M3 would be. It was a 1996 or maybe a 1997 new purchase alternative, as it was a carryover like a lot of these lightweights were. Big sales incentive at the time to get quite a big chunk of cost off of sticker. $15,000 worth of love later, and not a whole lot of paint or body work. It's all original still, which is really surprising for such a higher mileage car. And the condition between these two cars though today, 5% of one another, if that. And it's really great to see that level of consistent finished product between the two, and is quite rewarding for us and our team to know that we can bring these cars back to life and near new condition again for a second time. If you are interested in rejuvenating your car, it doesn't have to be an M, it's anything that you feel passionate about. We just ask for a good car with good bones. We would love to have a conversation with you. The cars are coming in from all over the country every day. We facilitate shipping A to Z and bring everything to your attention so that you can make the decisions on how far you want to go with your car. It's been such a demanded service here recently that we've built another 6,500 square foot workshop devoted exclusively to these rejuvenations. Our team is fantastic. This EAG pit crew, as we call them, has more experience with these cars than I think any other facility and team in North America, and for that reason we do feel we're the best qualified to take on these next cars. If the next owner wants to put some time and love and attention and investment into their futures, we would be happy to partner with them to do just that. So thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. Reach out to us if you're going to be in Scottsdale. We'd love to shake hands and get to know each other and spend some time and have some fun. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. See ya.